Hey everybody, real quick, before we get into this week's ginormous mini episode, Cartel's not good at this. 5 minutes of his audio was just missing at the end. So I took it upon myself to fill in the blanks. Enjoy. This week on the tie.
You've been psyched out.
Oh, I get it, like Pokemon Go.
To mine, I'd just say that since the GameCube had a handle, that puts it over the top.
Hello, and welcome to another mini episode of the Tie-ins. I'm Johnny.
I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike.
And this week, we're going to do some news stories, do a little game passing you by. But before we hop into all that, how's it been going, guys? Cartel, you've been working a lot, so we haven't even hung out this week.
Yeah, I've had to work all week. I've been busy over at the job site, you know.
Any big names rolling through?
Rocking and rolling. I don't remember their names.
So no.
No, we've had some really good shows. I honestly, though, they all blur together, and I don't even remember what I worked.
Any good cover bands?
No, we've had pretty much all originals this week. But it's been like the Outlaw Country Cruise is departing from like somewhere in Florida, like, you know, one of the port cities, and everyone who's playing it has been touring down playing shows to get onto the cruise. So they've been making money on their way to make money on the cruise. So it's been a routing thing since they're all playing the Outlaw Country Cruise. Oh, here we go. Yeah, one band that you guys might know. Remember that movie Basketball?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the song.
Steve Perry?
Yes. There's a song in it where it's like they're like getting big, and it's like you've been psyched out, like that. Like it's like a weird.
Maybe if you sang a little bit more of it, I would know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't really much.
But no, you know it. Psyched out.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it goes. But it's yeah, they were on the basketball soundtrack, the Super Suckers.
Okay.
I believe you. This week's episode brought to you by Carnival Cruises and the Outlaw Country Cruise. You been watching anything, playing anything? Just same old, same old?
I see. What was I playing the other day that was really fun? Whoops, might have to cut that. Huh? Oh my god.
What's R2 saying to you?
What does your mom want?
Sorry, what were we doing? What were we talking about?
You were about to tell us what new you've been watching or playing, and you had just thought of something.
God damn it.
All right, we can come back to you. Michael.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Not a whole lot new since the last time we talked. Still playing Tiny Tina. Still enjoying it. Even though I'm max level, I like the leveling, or the skill leveling system you get after hitting max level is actually pretty cool, because you can sink infinite points into your character, into the different little skill slots, so that's cool. And it doesn't become like one of those terrible grindy games where you like, you know, with the last end levels of like World of Warcraft, where you like level up so fast at the beginning, and then at the end it's like takes you like weeks of grinding to just go one level. It's not like that. You like in a couple hours you'll go through 2 or 3 levels in Tiny Tina, so still pretty fun. Let's see. Caught me off guard on this one, Johnny. I wasn't expecting this question in our mini episode one.
But this question comes every time.
I thought it was for the main ones, not for the mini ones.
No.
You know what? You know what? I did do something out of the ordinary. We went to...
Bought a game?
No. We went
you didn't
to
go crazy.
A local, like in neighborhood comedy night, which we had very, very low expectations for. We were like thinking, you know, this is in like a community center. Who could the neighborhood possibly have gotten that was going to be funny? And actually, it turns out there was 2 comedians that night that were both really good. They're both going to be at DC Improv in the next month, I think. And like $20 a person. It was actually like really good. I was really impressed. I had super low expectations, and first comedian came on. He was awesome. And then I was like, okay, I mean, already got my money's worth. Second one, how are you going to live up to that? And then she was awesome too. So good night.
Right on. Right on.
All of a sudden, my cat wants to play with their toys in my room.
My cat is being perfect little angel, sleeping right next to me. Doesn't even care that I closed the door to the room.
He just walked in here and just went, I'm going to play with this toy, and just hit the thing. And yeah, that's why there's
Did
that
he help
noise.
you remember what you've been watching or playing this week?
He did.
Oh. What is it?
So, all right. I've been watching Star Wars: The Bad Batch, which is the new season of The Bad Batch. Since I've been trying to get caught up with that, I haven't watched any of it until now. Since I wanted to watch a few of them at a time, been doing that, and yeah, I've just been grinding on my 2K23 NBA,
Grind.
and I've been back playing on my Switch Turtles.
Oh, yeah, because you were working.
Yes. I've been back playing Turtles and just kind of leveling up each character I have in that. And Diablo 3 grind. I'm back on my Necromancer
Oh, jeez.
on the Switch. So that's how my life has been lately.
You've beaten Diablo 3
Countless times. Countless
on
times.
every
own,
platform, right?
I own it on every available platform.
It is a good game.
It is probably, I would put it up there with my favorite game. I could not necessarily like speed run it and be like get a good time, but like that's like one of the games, like when a new season comes out, I do end up speed running at least one playthrough just to get the level reward on one system.
It's too much, man. No, I mean, if you're having fun, that's awesome.
It's I don't know, Diablo 3, it's fun. I'm very excited for Diablo 4. I've already decided I'm going to take some of my tax return and just pre-order it.
Get in on that beta action.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that they announced today that you get it a week early on the week early access to the beta 1 week ahead of the open beta. So why not? I'm going to buy the game anyway. Might as well pre-order it so I get the early access so I can play 2 weeks of Diablo 4 beta.
Yeah. Let's see. Not that you guys asked, have been.
Tell us anyway.
I was in on that Dark and Darker alpha. Cartel, you hopped in for like a round on that.
I hopped in the round. I did not get to play it. I was.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got called away.
Yeah.
I am all in on that game. I don't know why it's not in a pre-release right yet. Like, it is super fun. It is old school D&D Skyrim PvPvE, and it's great. It's got that Tarkov element where if you die, all your shit's gone, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but the game, you just hop in, you're in within a second. Like, there's no wait time, there's no downtime, you're just in and out of games the whole time. So it's really not that bad that you're losing your equipment because you just hop back in, find some more, gain some ground there. I also have been playing Shadow Warrior 3, which I slept on these Shadow Warrior games. Shadow Warrior, to me, sounds like stealth game, like slow, sneaking around in the shadows.
It does.
That is not what this game is. Not at all. It is super fast, loudmouth protagonist. It's Grand Theft Auto Jet Set Radio with an Asian twist, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I've been really enjoying that. I finally watched, after I got Michael's recommendation, Not Dead Yet. Don't know how I'm feeling about it.
It's no Community or Jane the Virgin. I'll say that.
It's got all the elements.
Or New Girl. It's not as good as either of those three.
It's still the first season. New Girl in the first season was horrible. But yeah, it's got all the elements. Like, it could be great, but the life lesson every episode is a little heavy-handed for me. I don't want life lessons every episode.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. It was good. I think it can be great once they find the characters and, get moving.
I almost feel like they need to like ditch the gimmick that you're talking about, where it's like a moral at the end of every single episode, and just let it sort of become its own thing, just with her superpower.
Yeah, Dead Like Me was almost like the same. There were Reapers, and Dead Like Me didn't do the life lesson every episode. I've been enjoying it. It's good.
Did you catch up on Last of Us?
I have caught up on Last of Us.
Good episodes.
They were. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, and then I think we're recording our Last of Us episode So that'll be it. We won't get to go beyond that in our episodes, in our Last of Us episode. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Of course, I play New World every day. If there are any listeners out there that aren't complete and total dicks, I do need people to play New World with, because I hate everyone that speaks in global chat, so I can't team up with them. Hop into our Discord, prove that you're not a jerk, and let's play some New World together. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to this week's Get to Know Your Hosts question. Getting to know your hosts. What was your favorite all-time gaming system? A little caveat, it's PC. Yes, I want a console.
You're making me rethink my answer now.
PC's too easy.
Listen, it's clearly PC. Just because it's all-encompassing.
Yes, but all-time. So, some consoles that you played as a kid might have that special place in your heart that, PC's just a tool.
I mean, I feel like
I'm torn between two then.
I feel like every single one that I had growing up was like significant.
But there's two clearly that stand out for me. I mean, I had a lot. I think the only one that I missed was the Super Nintendo. But I'm gonna say Nintendo 64 or the GameCube. And I know a lot of people. The GameCube didn't do well, but I love the GameCube.
See, this is news to me that the GameCube didn't do well.
What do you mean? What do you mean it didn't do well?
I loved my GameCube. I had a metal case.
I'll look
with
it
a
up.
lock on it.
I'll look
that
it
I could
up.
carry my GameCube around with me. I brought to the airport.
GameCube did not do well.
Yeah, no, I recently saw this or heard this somewhere. All
right. Compared to like the PS2 and the Xbox, since those were the two competitions at the time, nothing beats the PS2 because that was the most popular console of all time.
I believe the Switch has outsold PS2 now. I could be wrong. But I think I read that somewhere.
I think the Switch is number 2 currently.
Yeah, the GameCube competed with the PS2 and the Xbox and lost to both of them. Nintendo was expecting to sell 50 million of them, and they only sold 21 million.
Okay, so
much fewer than anticipated, and it was discontinued shortly after.
But I mean, then they came out with the Wii, which is like their best-selling console of all time, right? Oh no, I guess now the Switch is.
Yeah, and also that holds no place in my heart.
I owned 4 GameCubes, so.
Wait, the Wii didn't really? You have no care for the Wii?
Nope.
Oh man, I really like the Wii. I
liked the Wii U. I'm easy to please.
I had a great time with my Wii. It was great. It was great for party games because we'd have.
I don't think it was bad. It doesn't even come close to comparing to the amount of good times that were had on the Nintendo 64 or the GameCube.
I had great times with it because I had my Wii out and we had it for parties, and then when I was like just chilling at home, I used all the virtual consoles and the SNES controller gamepad thing that was you just plug it into the thing and you could use a regular old gamepad, and it was the best. And then they even had a pro style one.
Yeah, I remember this.
And that's I think it came with NBA Jam. So it was.
It got a little bit better once it had those extra motion accessories to make the motion tracking more accurate.
Oh, the Wii Plus, yeah.
But before, it was just so frustrating. And most of the games were using the motion controls in ways that were gimmicky. You didn't even need it. It should have just been a button press, and the game would have worked better.
I mean, I guess you're right, but also I've had so much fun just with playing golf on a couch lying down by being all right, you're only allowed to move your wrist. Can't move anything else.
See, when you make a game out of playing a game, that's different. That's not intended use.
But then that's kind of what it evolved into, because it was oh man, I don't want to get up to play golf. But then it became we don't have to. It's
and because if you actually stood up to swing it, it would show some crazy ass animation where your hands were behind your body or shooting through the ground or something like that, because the motion tracking sucked ass.
But I'm just saying, I had a lot of fun. Anyways,
new question: when was the last time Nintendo made a controller that made sense?
Oh boy.
It's GameCube. I can answer for you. It was the GameCube.
Really?
And it just barely.
And then Super Nintendo.
So I was going to say Super Nintendo because GameCube's was just barely made sense.
The NES Advantage?
Oh God, I need to get another one. That was my jam when I was a kid.
All right, what about you,
NES
Cartel?
Advantage is a great control. You got me.
All right. So I'm gonna be I'm gonna show my Sega bias and go. The Master System and the Genesis are the what I'm gonna go to, but I really think that like the Wii is up there and my PlayStation 3 because my PlayStation 3 like I spent so much time playing a lot of games on there that I was late to the game on PS4. So like I was like still playing like Grand Theft Auto. Oh man, I guess I did play Grand Theft Auto 5 on that thing. I did play Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3. Oh my god. Oh wow!
Grand Theft Auto 5 is an old ass fucking game. Just
oh
saying.
yeah, I mean, I played it on a PS3, and like the load time was so long. Oh my god! Do I want to play that again? Do I want to go back into that world?
6 is coming. Just
is it though? Is it?
Just play your Diablo 3.
Well, see, I don't own Grand Theft Auto 5 on anything other than PlayStation. So, like, if I bought it on something new, it would be, it would be okay.
I think you can wait. It's a great world, and it was a great game, but you can hold off till 6 comes out and just play something completely new.
I'm sure I can.
All right.
Yeah.
So your answer was the Master System, PS3, and the Wii is up there.
Master System, Genesis, but I mean Master System, Genesis, but I think and the Wii, but I think really the most fun I've had was the PS3. But that was just because what do you call it? It was just late generation story games where it was like I'm playing the game, cutscene, blah blah blah. Like the best games were for it. You know what I mean? Like Arkham came out on it, both Arkhams.
I felt like you were going to call me out for choosing 2, but Cartel, you're at 3.
I'm at 4.
Let's narrow it down here.
I'm at 4 here.
Start making some hard decisions.
All right. Let's go with the beginning one. Let's go with what started it all, the Master System.
I like it. I'm gonna do what Cartel did. I'm gonna go broad and then narrow it down. When I first started thinking about this question, I was torn between Commodore 64, Atari, and NES because those were the systems I had when I was young enough that all I had to worry about was video games. So I guarantee I spent the most time playing those 3. But I think my number 1 is gonna have to be the Xbox 360.
That's a good one.
Mainly because a friend of ours, a friend of the pod, we were living close together then, and that's all we would do is play 360 games. We even had that crazy golf game where you put gloves on and it attaches to a thing on the floor, and then you swing.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
It was a good game. And then, of course, we did all the karaoke on the 360.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go Xbox 360 as mine.
That's a good choice.
All right.
And I still have 2 in this room.
But the Red Ring of Death holds that one back for me. And
I never got it. Never got it.
The lucky guy. And I'm going to go back to mine and just say that since the GameCube had a handle that puts it over the top, that's my number 1.
I like it. Form and function.
That's right.
All right. Well, that was this week's Get to Know Your Host question. Let's move on to this week's game passing you by.
Ooh, that's a good beat. That's the beat. Play it up. Turn my headphones up. Turn my headphones up.
This joke is never going to get old. Every episode is going to have that theme song played 100 times. All right. Anyway, this is a segment where we highlight a Game Pass game for those of us that are low on the cash but like to play a lot of games. This week's game was Hot Wheels Unleashed. Hot Wheels Unleashed is a 2021 racing game developed and published by Milestone based on Mattel's Hot Wheels. Milestone, I believe, is known for MotoGP and Ride. I don't think I've ever played Ride. Oh, it's another motorcycle racing game. Guys, finally we have a Game Pass game that we've all played.
That's right.
It's impressive, putting in the work. Cartel, you bought this game before it was on Game Pass.
I bought this game because I saw a YouTuber play it with his friends, and I said, I'm gonna get this game because this looks like fun. And it is. I really much enjoyed the single player driving around, whatever, collecting cars, doing all that
Did
stuff.
you beat it?
I don't know if I unlocked everything, but I'm pretty sure I got at least top 3 finishes in the main map.
Right on, that is further than I've gotten.
But now that it's on Game Pass with everything unlocked, because it's Game of the Year edition, I'm going back on that. I'm gonna have to beat it on that one. So it's gonna be a while though. I got a lot in my queue,
See, I
like Diablo 3.
I can't get it. I can't. Maybe because it's the Game of the Year edition and I just have all these cars unlocked right off the bat.
You have all the DLC unlocked, not all the.
Yeah, and I have not found my favorite Hot Wheels car from when I was a kid yet. So I guess I have to unlock that. But am I going to do that? Michael,
Probably not.
Would you like to answer that?
You probably are.
See, so I played it for like maybe an hour and a half today, and I am at, I think, 15 out of the 52 levels. I got first place, and for all the time trials, I got the Unleashed. So there's two times that you have to beat for the time trial ones, and I got the Unleashed score on all of them. I think, like Johnny said, I've got the Game of the Year version. These things were not hard at all because all the things were unlocked, so I just went to the top and chose like the best car, and super easy to get first place and beat the Unleashed time on all the tracks. And every single track felt like the same. Like, it doesn't matter that the surroundings change or anything like that. The tracks just feel the same. The driving, nice and tight. Drifting, very fun. And the boosts...
I agree.
Boosts regenerate fast enough that, like, if your drift is just a little bit bad, the boosts can pull you out of it really easily. So I enjoy the driving a lot. It's just I wish that there was more, I don't know, like more variety or something like that. Just everything feels the same. And I'm only at 15 out of 52, and I don't see how I could possibly stick with it to beat the game.
Yeah. Where was this driving mechanics when Cartel made us do a Fast and Furious?
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
What? So you just went for the highest stats? You didn't choose a car?
Yep.
Based on style at all?
Nope. I went for the best stats and just took that car. And
So what's the car you drove then?
What car was it?
I got to pull it up there real quick. Hold on a second.
Cartel, what's your car of choice? I think I already know.
See, I don't remember what I played on my purchased one, but on this one I've been playing the Batmobile and what did I just switch to? The McLaren and then the Cadillac Gucci, right?
I saw that one, but there's that. I thought about that. But the McLaren's acceleration not good enough, and the Cadillac Gucci was one step down from what I ended up driving.
But yeah, I don't know if I have unlocked what I want in the Game of the Year, but probably in my other one I don't remember because I haven't played it since I beat it. So
I started Donatello,
Ooh.
then I moved to DeLorean, and then when Cartel was bumping up his speeds by changing his car, I changed to the Roadrunner. Not the car Roadrunner, the cartoon character Roadrunner car.
The DLC Roadrunner.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm rocking the Hot Wheels Twin Mill 2021.
Oh.
The brand
It's
new
got-
car. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Max speed, 4 out of 6 braking power, max acceleration, 5 out of 6 handling.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay.
I did notice some of the cars are upgradable and some are not. Weird.
I think
Like-
the DLC ones you cannot upgrade, but most of the most of the ones you unlock are able to you can upgrade.
All right, so pluses and minuses here. Racing is great. Tracks all seem the same.
That's where I disagree with you, but I think I disagree with both of you because I really enjoy the tracks because they are very imaginative when you realize that what you're racing is a Hot Wheels car. You know what I mean? Like the first time I raced the game, I was like, man, what are these bumps in the road? And then I realized what I'm looking at was my childhood of the connector pieces for Hot Wheels tracks themselves.
Yeah,
That's when I freaked out and went, "This game rules." So
and I get that, and I played with these. I still have these for my kids. I made so many of these in my basement as an adult with my kids and as a kid. But as a game, I mean, like it was cool to look at and cool to see that connection. But then,
I
like
guess, yeah, I don't know.
I want more mechanics than like just perfecting my drift around the same spiral that I've seen, 10 other times.
I'm cool with the collecting cars and just yeah, doing crazy courses. So I was good with it.
Another strike against this game. No AI in private multiplayer games. I played with Cartel. We couldn't, it was just me and him on a track, and I've complained about it probably in every episode we've ever recorded. But Cartel doesn't like to learn new mechanics or or try things. So if we were on a particularly long racetrack, Cartel would quit after the first lap.
It was a 3.5 minute track.
It was the second time you had done it. You did it the first time we played together as well.
That's too bad, because I was going to ask if multiplayer made it any better.
I mean, no. It's a great party game if you have the people.
If you have friends, then the multiplayer might work out.
Yeah, if you've got
as it stands,
are there party modes, kind of like Rocket League has?
No.
See, that's too bad.
Racing.
They missed out there. And then the other thing they missed out on is, why did they not make this like trials where my friends' scores are posted on at the end of every single race?
For not doing that.
Like that was unbelievable to me, that a game, like when you said the release date for the game, I could not believe that they didn't copy trials on that. Like, I should be able to see ghost cars. I should be able to see all my friends' times, and then that would have drawn me into this a lot more, because like there's no way that, if you're within 10 milliseconds of me, there's no way I'm letting you keep that score.
I mean, those are valid points. I would be all about that.
But yeah, as far as multiplayer goes, it's just racing. And since you were unavailable when we played, and we were unavailable when you played, Michael, Cartel's not good at racing games, so it was just me going around a track.
Except for when you...
Oh, one of the tracks I was going too fast and flew too high and flew off the track, and Cartel beat me.
And he nearly lost it.
Yeah, I was mad. You should never be penalized for going too fast.
True.
But yeah, I would definitely say check it out. Cartel?
Oh, definitely. Check it out. Please. Play it with us. Come on, join us.
Michael?
Yeah, for sure. It's a fun game. I'm not going to make it through the whole game, but tight driving mechanics. Very fun.
Yeah, I'm not uninstalling it just yet. That's high praise for a Game Pass game. All right, and that was Game Passing you by. And let's take a little break. And we're back. Let's hop into some news, gentlemen. Gentlemen. I'm completely sober. This is just stupidity. I did have a dentist appointment. I could blame it on that. My mouth's still numb, I swear. This week I made the fellas bring me some news stories as well. Cartel, would you like to start off with one?
All right, let's, here we go. Do I need to share this in our little thing, or just...
No, just tell us about it, buddy.
You can soon buy those Minecraft-inspired Crocs you've always dreamed about. Mine Croc.
Okay, you need to share this in Discord.
And it's coming in, let's see.
I've been anti-croc for so long.
Yeah,
comfy, man.
you just got to look at the, there we go, the photo alone.
Oh, wow.
The photo alone says it all.
Those are ugly as shit, but I will get some of those giblets. Is that what they're called? Giblets?
I do not know, but I think you're right. But I mean, those sliders doesn't look bad.
I don't wear slides. I have to have the heel protection.
Do you need the sport mode?
Yeah, I put it in sport all the time. I don't like it when my shoes fall off. Sport mode is when you flip the little thingy back so that it holds on your heel. For those people that couldn't infer that.
And what is it when it's left up in the front?
Oh, that's relaxation mode.
Oh, okay.
That's comfort mode.
Or as everyone else who wears them, normal. Actually,
I can't believe that I A, did not know this, and B, you found such a Cartel news story to share right off the bat. Thank you. Thank you for that. Michael. Well, first, wait, before I move on, are you getting a pair of Cartel?
I probably am not. I recently became a sneakerhead because I am suffering in a midlife crisis. And so I've just been wasting my money on Jordans and Adidas. So, and I have my eyes on the Harden Volume 7s coming out soon, and those retail at 160. So I'm gonna put them in my little wish list and wait for the Adidas sale on those.
And you're not a Minecraft player, are you?
I've never played it. One thing, never once in my life.
This is a really good game.
I'm pleading the fifth on this. Whatever I say will be used against me, and I don't want to say it.
I have friends who have played it, and like I've seen people play it, but and I've watched a stream of like some YouTubers or some channels I follow play it, but I've never.
I think the three of us would have a good time playing Minecraft together. I'm just
I-
gonna leave it
I-
at that.
Michael,
I'm
you're-
just gonna leave it at that.
All right, hold on.
Johnny's got a thing against it. I know.
Let me say this: if you have experience in it, and if Johnny hates it, and I have no experience in it, I do think you're right. I think the combination of the three of us playing it, whereas
You
act
son of a bitch.
you act
Yeah.
as my guide to like the game,
Yeah.
as like an intro to it. I think that is a good how you say a good cosmic gumbo.
I think you should leave. Let me just point out a small thing here. Mike having experience in leading the way, you not knowing what's going on, and me hating it and being pissed is how we live our lives, gentlemen. That's just our friendship.
Look. That's why Minecraft makes sense.
But I don't like it. I know. I understand how amazing it was. Actually, I don't. I don't even get how people made. I don't get all that, but I get that it was, and I understand that people love it. It's just not for me. I can't even look at it. It pisses me off. Like, I love 8-bit graphics, but anyway, don't hate on me. I like shit, as Cartel likes to say.
I think this.
Michael.
I'm gonna tell you that this is just your
Damn it.
contrarianism. That's all it
I'm
is.
trying to get away from it.
That's all it is. All right, I'm moving on. All right, here's my news story. Okay, so I do not care for horror games that much, but this is a VR horror game, Switchback VR, and I thought they were doing a pretty cool thing technically. With how they were implementing some of their scare tactics. So there's with a new PlayStation VR2, there's eye tracking technology inside of it, so it can see where you're looking when you blink and things like that. And they're making or taking that telemetry data from the VR goggles and feeding that into the logic for how some of the enemies react and move in the game. So, in the horror movies where, you're like looking down the hallway and then there's like some creepy girl at the end of the hallway, the screen will go black or the lights will flicker or something like that, and then she's in a totally different place. Like she couldn't possibly have just walked that far.
Yeah.
So they're doing that in the game, where as soon as you blink and then open your eyes again, the enemies are in a whole different place or like in a different pose where they couldn't have gone just in the short amount of time that you had blinked. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then they're doing the same thing with their eye tracking. So based on where you're looking, they're going to make sure that they're somewhere else so that your eyes are always darting back and forth.
That's exactly what I need in my life, is more panic.
Right.
No, I actually saw this story, and I thought it was pretty cool.
So it's probably not for me. I'm not really into games like that, and it's definitely on rails. It even shows you like literally on like a railroad track. Like there's no way around it. It's an on-rail shooter, which is not my favorite. But I did think technologically, pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I'm not a single-player horror game guy, if that makes any sense. Like, I realize most horror games are single-player, but I used to play them with my daughter in the room because she couldn't handle playing them, but she liked to watch them. And so that's how my mindset goes into them. Like, I want people there enjoying it with me because, I don't know, that's more fun. But yeah, that is a really cool I did see that story, and blinking and having it show up right in your face is fucking terrifying. All right, I actually have a couple of stories that I just want to run through the headlines here. Knockout City is shutting down.
That was fast. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that was just like last year, wasn't it?
And it got really good reviews.
I mean, I think now it's been 2 years at least, right?
Has it? I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I feel like I feel like we played that like
It was released in May 2021.
okay, yeah, close to 2 years.
Yeah. So I tried to get us all to play it, but we never really got 3 people together at once and that wanted to play dodgeball. But yeah, that's shutting down, and I think that's why you couldn't get 3 people together that wanted to play dodgeball.
That was one of the hard things about that game is that you had to have, the teams just to get in. It wasn't like, that's how the battle royales do so well. Is because there's no real teams. Like you can just jump in 1 versus 98, but when it's required, like 5v5, it's tough.
Yeah, and we are notoriously hating on randos. At least I am. I don't like playing with random people. A lot of times they end up being dicks.
I think it's John is the only aversion to randos. I do not care.
I hate people. I can't help it. I'm a grumpy old bastard.
I honestly don't care if that's what it takes to play the game. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Now, did they say that if they're going to release the server exe so like people can start hosting it themselves, or the game's just going away totally?
I'm sure it's going away.
It's going away totally.
Yeah, because it's EA, so there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, they're not going to do it. Yeah, that's too bad.
Another story that I just wanted to breeze over, but I felt like it deserved its moment in the sun. It Takes Two passed 10 million copies sold.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for It Takes Two. I had fun
an amazing
with
game.
the half of maybe Act 1 that we did.
Hey, it's still on Game Pass. We could still do it, buddy.
It's worth it.
I loved it. I would totally play it again.
It's a great game. And I want to see if you can get to the top of the tower, Cartel. Did you make it, Johnny?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so did I.
My partner did not.
It's same here.
So I have another story.
Oh,
You're interrupting me.
Or are we not done with?
I was just doing my run-throughs real quick, and then I was going to pass it back to you.
Oh, I don't know.
But I just have one more run-through. Fable game is supposedly in a playable state after news came out that it was in trouble. Playable state does not sound like trouble. I'm super excited about that. And real quick, Nintendo and Sega now have announced that all their employees are getting raises.
I saw that about Nintendo.
Yeah, Sega just the story I saw today, and I added it on to my little run-through.
That's good.
But yeah, that's awesome. Unfortunately, it's only home base employees, at least for Nintendo.
But that's good. That's coming off the heels of the Blizzard
Tons
news.
of layoffs. Yeah.
And where Blizzard had their all-hands meeting, and everyone came away from that with low morale.
Well, Blizzard just... Look, the biggest argument for Xbox buying Activision Blizzard is so that the Blizzard higher-ups can get booted the fuck out of there. They're assholes. They don't run their company in any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Accountability.
Yeah, there's no accountability. They don't run it in any kind of, like, thoughtful way. One of my news stories that I wasn't going to read is that Activision Blizzard got fined for their systemic workplace misconduct between 2018 and 2021. They were fined $35 million by the SEC.
Yeah.
That's how shitty their leadership has been. And they still have court dates over all that shit. Xbox can just kick all those assholes out. Blizzard has already said that if the Xbox deal doesn't go through, the current head, I forget his name, is going to stay there. And he's the root of all the evil. But yeah, anyway. Cartel, your next news story?
Well then, I have another news story. Did you guys see this? That a gamer found a N64 controller on a unexpected place while on the walk?
I did see this story, but I did not read it. Where was this unexpected place?
It's in Australia in a botanical gardens. A man went on his walk and found like a CD case, a keyboard, a mouse, I want to say a calculator, and an N64 controller, all what do you say, in concrete, preserved in
It was
concrete. But it
encased
wasn't.
and molded in concrete, huh?
Well, that's the other thing though. He had to have done like a cast of those things, of those items, and then put the cast down to have the concrete take the form of that.
Oh.
If you see the photo in the article, I
Oh
shared,
yeah,
like you can obviously see like it's not an actual controller, but like it's a mold of a controller.
yeah. That's really cool.
But one little interesting thing was you can tell it's from like 95. The keyboard's from like 95 or so, 90, I think, because it's doesn't have the Windows key. So little nerd trivia for you.
And that cell phone, yeesh.
Is that what that is? I thought it was a calculator.
It's got an antenna.
Oh,
It's
you're
got an
right.
antenna.
You're right. You're right.
That is a Nokia.
It is a no, thank you.
Yep. All right, Michael, you got another one for us?
I got this one for you, actually. Just for you.
Ooh.
Civilization 7 is in development.
Yes, yes.
Confirmed by Firaxis Games and parent company Take-Two Interactive. 6 years since Civ 6. And I know you are a big Civilization fan, so I thought you would
I am.
like this.
The reason I signed up for a Steam account back in the day was to play Civ, because I'm a nerd.
It's a good series. I cannot say that I've played all of them. I think Civ 4 was actually the last one that I ever played.
I think there's a new one on Game Pass that I've played, but let's see. 4 is the one I made my Steam account for, so now you know how old my Steam account is.
That's 12 years or so?
Yeah. We were having a nerd weekend at your house.
I think that's the last time I played it.
I actually saw that was in development, and I was super excited. I'm not good. I don't play against like random people, as I've already stated. But I do enjoy playing against my friends, and I do enjoy playing against the computer.
Civ 4 and the very first Guitar Hero. Or was that the next
Civ
one?
4 and Rock Band, I believe.
All right.
Because that was when our friend was super good on the drums, and he taped them down.
Okay. All right. So it was the previous years that was Guitar Hero 1. Okay.
Yes. And my final story is actually for Cartel.
Uh-oh.
It's so sweet that we all did this for each other.
I have one more story though, but okay.
Okay. Let me go real quick and then it's all yours. So I don't know if it was a study. No, it was a study from Japan. The most searched video game character on Google
wait. Let Cartel guess.
Throughout most of the United States is Cartel guess. It's your boy.
Your boy Pizza? Your boy Mario? Your boy Luigi?
No, it's your boy. Your Sega Genesis boy.
Sonic?
It is Sonic, except the only time in its long and storied history Florida has done something right. In Florida, the most searched video game character is Pac-Man. That is amazing. Florida, why are you still Googling Pac-Man? I Google Pac-Man on a daily basis because I fucking love Pac-Man. But all of Florida is like, have you heard of this thing called video games?
Just don't even understand it.
Apparently there's a Pac-Man.
I want to know if Google has the demographics for this. Just who and why.
It's because...
And are they dirty pictures? Are they dirty pictures?
It's because there's all the Pac-Man tournaments down here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Oh, every pizza joint has a Pac-Man tournament every week.
So you've got the pinball scene and the Pac-Man scene?
I'm on my way. Keep your door unlocked. I'm coming in.
You're ready to retire.
This is where I need to be. This is my kind of town. I almost just say Florida's my kind of town. No, it's not. I'm not moving to Florida.
We're gonna listen to Jimmy Buffett. We're gonna drink some margs, and we're gonna play Pac-Man. AD all day.
I have gay friends, and I enjoy saying the word gay. Not moving to Florida. Michael. Or Cartel, you don't have any more stories, right?
I mean, I have this little article I have here about Warren Beatty clinging to the Dick Tracy rights on the with his new TCM special, but we don't need to go into that, do we?
I
You already
mean,
did. Let's just finish it off.
and I'm really confused.
So Warren Beatty holds the rights to Dick Tracy because he made the movie in the 90s or 89 or
Really? So he didn't just star in it. It was his.
he's one of the producers and he holds the rights to it. So every like 12 years or so, he puts out a what's called like a special feature or he does something with like talking over the movie or you know special
Yes,
cut.
because if you don't actually use rights, you end up
You
losing
lose them,
them.
yes. So because he's what's called IP squatting on these things, we won't ever see another like Dick Tracy IP. But yeah, he basically shat all over the movie. One like you know regurgitated stuff for
I mean,
his 20-year or 30-year now.
really, how much longer can Warren Beatty be hanging on?
But I don't know.
It might
But if you
be.
watch it, there's one part where Warren Beatty interviews Dick Tracy, and it's himself interviewing himself, playing the character. It's just like Hollywood, you know, editing movie magic where they splice the two shots together. It is a total vanity project, and yeah, it exists.
I kind of want to see it.
It is a train wreck, but worth the viewing.
Yeah, he's 85, so
He's Hollywood elite. He's probably got 30 years left.
yeah, probably. Still, I think we'll get Dick Tracy before our time is up.
Is it even relevant?
What do you mean?
I could use a good noir film. It's been a
I kind
while.
of want to watch the original Dick Tracy movie.
Well, there is an
Now that we've
NES
been
game,
talking about it.
so
You're goddamn right there is.
I
God,
feel
the
like-
NES was so great with tie-ins.
I feel like Grim Fandango was the last like piece of that I got to experience.
I gotta go with Max Payne there, buddy.
What about that? What was that game called where you were the cops and you investigated actual like the crimes? Like you actually investigated them?
I mean, there were those Batman games, and then there's those Telltale Batman games.
L.A. Noire. It's got it in the name.
It does.
L.A. Noire.
Didn't play it.
Yeah, L.A. Noire was all right.
Didn't play it.
I didn't play it.
You didn't really miss anything. I mean, it was cool for what it was.
All right, but yeah, that's my Warren Beatty.
I like it. You brought some movie news in. I'm not a huge movie guy, so I don't normally find that movie
I
news.
brought what I could.
But we are a video game and movie podcast. So
I brought what I could.
way to go, pal. That was me knocking you on the chin like with a attaboy.
Oh, boy, that sure means a lot coming from you, Johnny. You're the kind of the coolest guy I know.
All right, Michael.
So I kind of went the same way that Cartel did, except it is not a movie. It is a 22-hour documentary series, but it's been released by Double Fine and Two Player Productions. It's a 22-hour series on the making of Psychonauts 2.
Ooh.
So this is... I don't even know if we can consider this a tie-in. Maybe we can. Maybe we play Psychonauts 2 and we watch this. It's pretty long. Like I said, 22 hours. So it's a 32-part series released on YouTube. It's titled Double Fine Psych Odyssey, and it just follows the entire team through the making of Psychonauts 2, which was released in 2021.
I have not played Psychonauts 2 yet because I still have not finished Psychonauts 1. But it is fun.
So this basically chronicles them, and this was during the pandemic too. So it shows like Tim Schafer
Yeah, getting through that demi life.
trying to figure out the game development with employees working remotely, and just basically going through the logistics of how to actually continue making the game through the pandemic. And I haven't watched it all yet, but I'm assuming that it goes into, how they decide to put certain things in the game. I think they said they had lost their publisher at one point, so it just goes through sort of the ups and downs of the entire game development process for Psychonauts 2, and I think it's really cool. I mean, Double Fine puts out some pretty good stuff, so I think it'd be pretty neat to watch. Just to sort of see how it gets made with it, and a team that puts out games like that, how they do everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for watching that. I'm a huge Tim Schafer fan, so
yeah, same.
I'll totally watch that.
And if Johnny's into it, I'm totally into it because Johnny's just the coolest.
Right on. Let me just breeze through these two real quick. There is a RuneScape Go type app being put together. Get out and move RPG for the phone. I'm kind of into that.
Oh, I get it. Like a Pokemon Go.
Like a Pokemon Go, but RuneScape is being developed, and I'm totally into that. And just real quick, maybe I'll put this link in the episode description. Probably won't remember to do that. That's something professional podcasts do. But have you guys seen this sexy ass 50th anniversary Atari box set?
Ooh.
That looks exactly like the one I owned.
Well, Ataris didn't differ very much.
There was a few different versions.
Scroll down, look at that box set. It's fucking beautiful. Comes with previously unreleased games.
Nice.
Ooh. But $1,000 to purchase, and it's not something. It's not what I'm willing to pay for Adventure and Yar's Revenge. But it is very pretty, and it makes my old school nerdy gamer guy very happy to see it. And that was all I have this week.
Although it's $1,000, they're only making 100 of these worldwide.
Yep.
So, I mean, I suspect it's going to be, it's going to be worth a lot more than 1,000.
Well, once the aftermarket gets a hold of it, the price will go up. And if you get it, then you get it.
Well, that's true.
Good. You can't argue those facts.
Yeah.
If you can get it, you've got it. And on that note, we will close out another long mini episode. When we get together and start talking about nerdy shit, we go on a little bit long. I'm Johnny.
Yeah, I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike. Put us on 2X. We won't take it personal.
We are the Tie-ins, and we just wasted your time. Follow us at the Tie-ins on all social media.
Join our Discord, the link to which can be found on all said social media.
Join our Patreon at patreon.com/TheTie-ins.
And please remember to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform.
It helps connect us to more listeners like you.
Well, not like you. Better, cooler listeners.